Happy Friday, September 20th. I'm Paul Huckalak.
And I'm Lisa Rufionge, and this is TV7.ca News. Today we talk about some great events happening in our city. The mayor just got back from a meeting in Lethbridge, and the city of St. Albert is observing Orange Shirt Day. But first...
Well, with our nice weather coming to a close, you may want to squeeze in as many of those autumn barbecues as you possibly can. St. Albert Mayor Cathy Heron, as well as City Council, are doing just that, hosting a barbecue on September 28th at the Lions Park. Attendees will get an opportunity to meet the mayor and councillors, ask questions about how council is run and what our politicians do on our behalf, and learn what it takes to become a city council member. Hopefully some nice weather will be in the forecast, and hope to see you all at Lions Park on the 28th from 2 to 5 p.m.
Mayor Cathy Heron was at the Alberta Mid-Sized Cities Mayors and CAO Caucus meeting last week. The productive and meaningful discussion took place in Lethbridge, where the 22 Alberta municipalities leaders discussed a variety of key issues, ranging from the mortgage stress test to a provincial drug strategy. Among other speakers and topics, the caucus also heard from Premier Jason Kenney, who spoke frankly to caucus about how he will continue to partner with municipalities for economic growth, jobs, diversification, innovation, and opportunities to grow revenue.
Our mayor was quoted as saying, "We're feeling confident, following discussions with the Premier and ministers, that the provincial government is committed to a productive working relationship with our cities." While the McKinnon report shows that fiscal responsibility is in the works for Alberta, we feel satisfied that those restraints will be done in partnership with our cities, end quote. The Minister of Municipal Affairs, Casey Maydew, outlined the potential impact of the McKinnon report's recommendations for municipalities.
And the always impressive Michelle Parker is here once again with Let's Get Fit.
Welcome. For today's fitness tip, we're going to be talking about the time of day you're working out. So have you ever tried working in the morning? I know I've got people who work out with me at 5:30 a.m. and it's a great time. But this isn't about whether working out in the morning or evening is better for you. While some might find it true, you may have more energy in the morning and therefore able to bring more to your performance, or maybe that's for you in the evening. But this is not what this suggestion is about. It's about minimizing the amount of time you have to come up with an excuse throughout your day for not getting that workout in. So at 5:30 a.m., it's pretty hard to say you have to skip a workout because you have to work late, or a colleague called in sick, or your boss needs those numbers now. So give it a try, even if it's just for 1 week, as a starting point. And see if you are more likely to get in your 3 to 4 strength workouts per week by making that switch to your mornings. Give it a try. What can it hurt, right? All right, so today we're going to mix it up a little bit with our move. We're going to be adding a little bit of cardio with a little bit of strength. I'm going to give you, as always, a variety of variations for your speed skater. All right, our speed skater is going to give us a little bit of cardio as well as strength. So I'm going to start by keeping it on a slow motion, if you will. So we're going to be stepping down, reaching to the floor as we step back, with similar to a reverse lunge, but you're going to bring it slightly behind, almost more of a curtsy lunge. So you're going to be bringing your hand to your foot, and then you're going to be stepping out, and then the opposite hands come down. Now you could keep your hands to the side the whole time, working those shoulders a little bit more. And then as you're comfortable with this movement, you're going to be adding a little spring to your step as you explode off, keeping those arms down or up, whatever's right for you today and your fitness level. All right, put your stop clocks on, go for 30 seconds. Have fun with it, everyone. As always, from TV7.ca, I'm Michelle Parker. Have a wonderful day.
So Lisa, my country music guru, help me. Have you heard of CCMA award-winning artist Jason Benoit?
Yeah, Benoit sings Gone Long Gone. Yeah, he's fantastic. Love that song.
And he had a showing at the CCMA Awards?
He did, in Calgary.
The CCMA Awards were, in fact, in Calgary a couple of weeks ago. And now the Jessica Martel Memorial Foundation is putting on a Country Cabaret fundraiser featuring Mr. Jason Benoit. This unforgettable evening will be held November 16th at the Lily Lake Resort and is sure to include great food, great fun, and great entertainment. This event, which is expected to attract a crowd of up to 320 attendees, will include a silent auction, a dinner, a dance, and concert to raise funds to complete the construction and support the operation of Jesse's House.
You know, we've talked about Jesse's House before on this show. It's an over 9,000 square foot house being built to service individuals and families fleeing domestic violence in our community. Unique in its design, this shelter's 3 family suites and self-contained suite will provide refuge for large or intergenerational families.
And St. Albertans, this sounds like an amazing project to support. And altogether, it sounds like a fun evening. I should go and probably continue my country music.
I'm excited for this one. I'm going to be there.
My country music education features Garth Brooks, and that's about it. For tickets, go to www.jmmf.ca/cabaret. TV7.ca's own Sharon Gregresh talked to an amazing potterist down at the farmer's market.
Potterist. Like a hairy potterist?
Potterist? Potter?
Does pottery.
Pottery in? Potterist?
A potterist.
Potterist.
We're going to find out.
Brenda, how long have you been coming down to St. Albert Farmers Market?
This is my 23rd year at the market in this spot.
In this spot, 23rd year.
Yeah, I mean, we've shifted maybe one booth this way and one booth this way with market construction and whatnot over the years, but yeah, this location.
So yes, people, St. Thomas Street has been open for 23 years.
Yes, it has.
Yes, it has. So tell us what got you into doing pottery?
Oh, what got me into doing pottery was my mother. So as a child, she was very artistic, and all the things like cooking and sewing and baking, and she took classes at the local Potters Guild, and so she taught me when I was 4 years old, and when I grew up, then there was a local Potters Guild in Gibbons, Alberta. So I took my first lessons there, and then went on to Red Deer College, and
Perfect. Your pieces are absolutely beautiful. I would imagine that after 23 years, you have a ton of return customers.
yes, over the years, I've watched brides get married and order their full dishes and then have children, and now I'm at the place after 23 years, but now they're bringing their daughters and their sons back to collect dishes. So yes, and it's changed, so, and people break things.
Right, right. So, okay, well, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So, St. Albert, come on down every Saturday to the St. Albert Farmers Market here on St. Thomas Street and find some great pottery pieces from Brenda.
Thank you.
Be sure to check out Danbrook Pottery at the largest outdoor farmers market in Western Canada. The St. Albert Farmers Market is open every Saturday from 10 until 3, all the way up until the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Here is TV7.ca's Crystal Lucier with our weekly financial focus.
I want money.
Let's talk about capital gains. What exactly is capital gains tax? Capital gains tax applies when you sell a taxable investment. This could be stocks or a rental property. If you sell it for a higher price than what you paid for it, your entire profit is actually subject to the tax. However, contrary to popular belief, capital gains are not taxed at your marginal tax rate. Only 50% of the gain on any given sale is taxed at your rate. I've had some people ask, can I avoid paying capital gains tax? No, you can't entirely avoid paying this tax. That's considered tax evasion. However, there are smart ways to pay less of it and keep more of your money. Luckily, if you're selling your own home, which is considered your principal residence, you can claim an exemption and not have to pay capital gains tax at all. What then is my principal residence, and what are the exemption changes? The federal government made changes in 2017 to tighten the principal residence regulations. Good news is that the proceeds from the sale of your property are still tax sheltered. However, the changes have a bit of bad or maybe inconvenient news. You have to report the sale of your principal residence now on your income tax return. You're going to have to provide basic information regarding the original purchase of your home, as well as the sale and the proceeds. There are tax forms that you have to complete in order to do this, but you also need to make sure that your principal residence is deemed the designation of principal residence. You won't have to pay tax on this, however, it does have to be reported. I'm Crystal Lucier with Preferred Tax, and this is TV7.ca.
I want money.
Well, unfortunately, as I drive around the streets of St. Albert this week, it's definitely looking a lot more like fall.
It is indeed. And with fall in the air, that means Halloween is just around the corner. God, that happened fast.
Yeah.
You can expect a real nightmare on the trails of St. Albert. FX3 Fitness is planning a costume party-themed fun run on October 26th. Dress to impress the judges in a running-appropriate costume before heading out on the trails.
You can choose to run, walk, or wheel the freaky 5K or the terrifying 10K. And for the kids, they're also offering Monster Dash Kids Run. The costume judging will start at 9:30 in Lions Park. And for more information about this SPOOKtacular event, check out their event page on the Running Room website.
The city of St. Albert is observing Orange Shirt Day to support our community's journey towards reconciliation. In recognition of the harm that residential schools had on Indigenous families and communities, in acknowledging their ongoing impact their existence continues to have, and in the spirit of reconciliation, they invite you to join them. There'll be a meeting at 12 p.m. on September 30th in the St. Albert Place lobby for bannock and tea. Following that, Mayor Cathy Heron and elders will speak briefly before they walk together to the Healing Garden. There, they will host a gathering, and Smudge and Indigenous elders will share perspectives, cultural learnings, and words of reflection.
If you'd like to join them, you can meet them at the St. Albert Place lobby at 12 p.m. and they should be at the Healing Garden around 12:55. The Healing Garden is located at 74 Mission Ave. The St. Albert Cultivates the Arts Society invites you to celebrate their love of art and culture during Culture Days next weekend. From paint parties to music, theater and writing workshops, art and dance classes, and interactive cultural exhibits, there is something for absolutely everyone, and Culture Days is absolutely free. The over 40 programs and activities will take place throughout the city on the 27th, 28th, and 29th. This is a great opportunity to get a hands-on and behind-the-scenes look at all that St. Albert has to offer, and to celebrate the wealth of talent and creativity that does exist in our community.
This will be the 10th anniversary for the St. Albert Cultivates the Arts Society. There will be a special presentation in the lobby of St. Albert Place on Monday at 10 a.m. Music, refreshments, a few short talks, and interactive activities highlighting some of what will be taking place on the Culture Days weekend will fill this 1-hour length program. For more information about the presentation or Culture Days, check out their website. Rose and Onyx is this week's Business Spotlight. Big shout out to Lauren, who always keeps my hair looking perfect.
And Conrad for mine. Thanks, Conrad.
My name is Lauren Burrill, and I'm the owner of Rose and Onyx Hair Company. We are a special boutique salon in downtown St. Albert that was created as a unique and inclusive atmosphere so everyone could feel welcome here. I wanted to create a space that feels new and airy and clean, but incorporate a lot of materials that were reusable. For instance, our mirrors are made of barnwood, and we took the barn down and we cut up all the wood and removed the nails, and we created an art piece that's a centerpiece in the salon. So Rose and Onyx is a green circle salon, which means that we divert up to 95% of our waste. So the things that would typically go in the garbage, like the wasted color, the color tubes, the hair, those all typically go into the landfill, which isn't necessarily the best thing for the earth. So we divert some of those things, and they use it to create other forms of energy, and they use the hair for hair booms and oil spills, which is really cool. What makes us unique is our inclusive vision, and we charge our haircuts by length instead of gender. So it's something that I've wanted to introduce into our salon for a long time, and the way that I do things. And I think that the way that society is moving into more of a balanced gender atmosphere in terms of, you know, gender identities and where it goes from there. So I really wanted to remove that side of the pricing in the industry and just make it about the hair. Short hair is short hair and long hair is long hair.
And that'll do it for this week. If you have any community events or news you'd like to share with our viewers, as always, drop us an email at news@tv7.ca. From all of us here at TV7.ca, he's Paul Huckelak, I'm Lisa Rufiange, and you have a great week.